All right, welcome back everyone to episode 2 of our Morathi campaign. We have taken the Starting Province, we've started to go after the Skaven, and we've got our first Juki Anointed, the brand new Slanesh hero. So he's going to be really fun to use. He actually has a really nice selection of skills. So I'm going to be very happy to get those once you level him up a little bit. We've got several Death Hags now, and Sorceresses, but we're probably going to have a Rebellion here. Can Morathi... Okay, she can't actually make it to the settlement in one turn. Let's go into Channeling stance. The Rebellion is going to be here again. I believe so. Yeah. So we'll just sit outside the settlement in Channeling stance. Then start building up everyone's magic once again. We'll deal with the Rebellion. Okay, and the Sorceress. I think it was this one that had the trait we want. Yeah, Disciplined. We're not really making much money right now. The Death Hag, Strong.
It shall be done.
And Aggressive. Let's do Strong.
Speak now, observing these thralls. The mother.
What do I want? I don't think I necessarily need this many Dread Spears when I have all these heroes. We have a lot of heroes. It's turn 8. And we have 4, 8. We have 8 heroes in total. But we've got some slaves. Are there any did cuts we want to do? We have a sacrifice to Hecate now, which gives us 1 magic power reserve per turn. Okay, that's very good. Experience for Sorceress and Supreme Sorceresses. But I think I like this one better. For Sacrifice to Cain, that'll give us post-battle loot casualties captured post-battle. That'll be really good against the Skaven. So we'll just wait for that and we'll do it next turn. We are High Beastmaster back in a few turns. He got wounded by an event.
Phoenix Queen.
This is the next unique item for Morathi, so pull that on spells. Down Doombolt. We need 5,000 captives. Alright. Wait, so why did it spawn over there? Is it just because we were too close? So hopefully they don't go down to this settlement. Is a Skaven rebellion. Of course. Come on. Do they take the settlement too? Okay, at least they don't take the settlement. Ooh, we got the Sacrifice to Mothland. We could start building a Black Ark. As much as I like this, I think this is a smarter thing to do with our slaves, because this can go start ravaging the coasts of other places. Miss resist melee attack with Black Ark. We'll put him in the city for now. We'll fight this battle first because we are running very, very low on funds. I don't need to fight that one manually. Okay. Lot of slaves though, and casualty replenishment. Take that. Alright, I want to be able to hit Tyrant Peak next turn, so we'll march up here. We'll stay at the edge of our territory. Talisman of Preservation. Ooh, that's very good. For Morathi, though, I don't think I need these other ones right away. Blessed by Evil can be very, very good for the cooldown on spells and the cost reductions, but we don't have access to a lot of these spells yet. I think what we save our skill points for are the rank 12 skills and going down the magic line with her. But our nobles, Sycophantic Schemer, Yuki Anointed, 80 armor is pretty good, but I feel like getting closer, this will give us up to 95 once we have all three. Let's take melee defense for now. That's usually more useful since we have an okay amount of armor to start with. Alright, our Juki Anointed is doing Replenish Troops, so I don't need the Death Hags to do that. And you, now that we have a little bit of money, let's start getting some Black Art Corsairs.
Lord of the Black Court.
I am the first
Right.
sorceress.
Where did those beastmen go? They were up here before. I don't know where they disappeared to. Maybe they just kept going north.
I am victorious.
We have KISLEV that we'll need to worry about. We also have Norska at Skeggi. If we could take Skeggi, that would be good, because the Ziggurat of Dawn actually has a pretty good landmark. Take a look at that once we have control back in our hands. Okay. Yeah, Ziggurat of Dawn. I guess that's not as good as I remember. I was thinking it did more things faction-wide, but it doesn't really do anything. Recruit rank is good, but... Alright, let's take Tyrant Peak.
All is possible.
I'm going to move forward in Channeling Stance. We don't get any bonuses like we would if we were the High Elves, where they get extra experience for spellcasters.
For the Druki.
Should be able to take this without too much of a problem. They're taking attrition because of this Slash corruption. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have a great spell to deal with all the infantry, but we have enough characters that should be able to deal with it. Oh, the Skaven. Nasty little buggers. We're taking on Tyrant Pink and the garrison. This is going to be a pretty decent battle. We've got a lot of heroes in the army now. So besides just our Druki Anointed, we have several Death Hags, Masters, 2 Sorceresses. We're going to be able to see in action a little bit. But for now, we Vanguard deployed this Master and the Canine Assassin. They're going to start climbing the walls just so we can knock off any range units that were up here. Our Shades we have deployed on the other side. Hopefully we can get to a point where they have a good line of fire to shoot over the wall and not take any enemy fire. Morathi coming up. Just going to try to go after the gate. Here comes the Menace Belows. I kept the Witch Elves and the Demonettes in the back to deal with them, but they lagged behind a little bit, so we have the Sorceresses trying to intercept the Clan Rats. I just realized, too, the Sorceress of the Lord of Fire actually has Disemboweled as a contact effect, so they cause damage to anything she actually gets into combat with, which is pretty cool. But they're already trying to push away Morathi, fighting her as she was trying to go after the gate. Dark Shard's almost in range, though, where we can start shooting over. We're getting a little bit of our shots still hitting the walls, but our Sorceress of the Lord of Dark actually able to do some really, really nice damage. Chill Wind is a very excellent spell if you use it correctly. You can line up units and hit them a bunch at once. It's really, really great, and it's really great for Malekith, actually, if he is fighting Gromrindel's faction. For dwarfs, it can be a lifesaver. The Canine Assassin currently taking good amount of damage though. He doesn't have a whole lot of armor, but he has pretty decent stats. We just need him to hold out. But he is fighting Storm Vermin actually. We have some halberds right here. So those are the ones we're trying to focus down with the shades. And get our guys into position over here. But yeah, the Witch Elves and Demonettes cleaning up another menace below. Druki Anointed to see him a little bit better in combat. Great sword infantry with a lot of armor piercing and bone fist infantry, so she will cleave through these guys. Another menace below once again. This time going after our spears and our shades, it look like. But we're going to continue to use those chill winds to waken up the Skaven. Now, we don't start with a lot of ones of magic, but with Morathi, we actually have the Forbidden Rod. So right now, she is taking damage, but she has regeneration, so she'll be healing that back up. But it's actually going to give us power recharge and reserves. To make up for our lack of winds to start the battle, we're going to use those to gain a little bit back. We can also use Power of Darkness with our Lord Darkcaster to damage one of our own units. Get some reserves. But we're doing pretty good at clearing out this first section. Druki Anointed, 32 kills. Death Hags, this is their ideal target, going through chaff. But our Dark Shards now trying to hit the enemy infantry as it comes in. They still have a okay amount of units over here. Clan Rats. With shields, not too many. I think there's only Clan Rats in the garrison actually, so no Skaven slaves, but Night Runners and some Slingers coming around the side. Yeah, Knight Assassin took a fair amount of damage, almost about half his HP. But he did what he was supposed to and just kept these units occupied while we moved in. Our Dread Spears trying to fill in the gap now, create a little bit of a barrier on top of the gate control point so we can capture that. And our characters are knocking around some of our own guys. Yeah, Menace Below. Caught by the Demonettes. Actually managed to do a fair amount of damage to the Demonettes. Came right up in the middle of them. While they were trying to go after our Dark Shards. We're going to try to put our Dark Shards on the wall and get our Shades over here to start shooting through them. But yeah, they will kill the Clan Knights very quickly, but they did take quite a bit of damage in return. Murderous Mastery going down. Giving us a big boost to our combat stats and armor piercing missile damage. So we're going to move in the Dread Spears, get them on top of these Skaven. Storm Vermin coming back for second round. But Chillwind doing some really, really great value. That Sorceress probably actually getting a fair amount of kills, 129. It's not going to be a lot of value because it's all Skaven. But there's another Menace Below. Trying to drop it right on top of our heroes. But we are pushing through the Skaven quite quickly. They can't really hold up to Dark Elf Infantry once we get the bonuses from Murder's Prowess. It also gives us Vigor and Charge bonus, which is pretty nuts. The Vigor in particular is nice, since Dark Elves do rely a lot on killing power in melee. But they're finally sending in the last little bits of their reserves. Clan Rats. Witch Elves, 117 kills. That's very, very good. The 61 on the other one, but they've been chasing down some units. So right now we're just waiting for our units to kind of catch up to the rest of the stuff and meet the last few units that are coming on this side, though. We have not used Witch Brew yet on our Witch Elves. So once they go in for the charge, we'll throw that down on them and they'll start to just scythe through these guys like Reapers. Trying to get some early damage in first with the Dark Shards. So we weaken them up a bit so we don't take too much damage on our Witch Elves. But they're going to go in for a charge. As our Druki Anointed and Death Hags, along with Morathi, getting into melee. Sorceress going down once again this time. Casting on top of our guys. Morathi, we haven't really used her spells. I think Chillwind is going to be more effective, but okay, they're finally getting their Night Runners into place. Going after the Witch Elves, which that's a bad target for us. Because Night Runners actually have decent missile strength. Not a lot of armor piercing, but it's not going to matter against Witch Elves, so we're trying to Put our shades close enough to help out and get some of our dread spears and dark shards up. Over here, this death hag and the dread spear is just chasing down some last units. But this is really all the Skaven have left to throw at us. And we are just slowly crumbling through them. Our dark shards will meet the Skaven line. They're chilling. And the Skaven start to run. That may be enough to actually break their leadership. Yes. The fortress is ours now. We only got 130 slaves out of that. If I loot and occupy it, we're probably going to have another rebellion. But I'm actually not opposed to that because this is the province capital. So the rebellion is going to spawn here.
I watch from the shadows. Mother of the Druki.
Yeah, Morathi. This is for Shades and Dark Riders. Lords and Heroes in the armies and region. Okay, melee defense for Shades, Dark Riders, Doomfire, Warlocks, and Swordrunner Chariots. Man, minus 10 leadership is so much. Plus more Slanesh corruption, but this side gives us more casualties, more post-battle loot. Ward save for the army. It's really hard to pass up on this. Magic item drop chance. Upkeep reduction. I think we'll have to go with that one. You know, assassin though. Right, you're gonna hit level 10 and we can finish off these two, so I'll save your point for those. Master. 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 Where's the dreams that I've been after? I don't know why, but that made me think of Metallica. Yeah, I think I actually want to spend other points not on replenish troops with him. I think I'd rather just make him really, really strong. Or her. I can't tell if it's a he or a her. Must be a her by the look of this one. Chillwind is a very good spell. We'll do that one, and Spiteful Conjuration reduces armor. Map-wide, that's pretty great. Yeah, we'll do corruption, or not corruption, casualty replenishment with one of our death hags instead. And take the melee defense, because once they're on the Cauldron of Blood, they lose quite a bit of melee defense, and they get to be a really big target, so. Sorceress of Fire, let's get Burning Head.
I am the first.
And when do you get your mount?
I watch from the
So the fact you get it at rank 12. Okay.
Dreadlord of Nagara.
Black Ark. I think I just have you recruit for a while. Unless, well, actually, let's have you sail out for a little bit. See if we can just find some island encounters. I know this is going to bring us in contact with the Highlands, most likely, but if I can just find some island encounters, that would be a good use for you. Probably wait for your army to be built up. Right, 2 surplus. We're going to spend it at Sildrator once it's up to that. Or maybe we just save our growth. Spend slaves on extra growth per turn. We might be able to get to tier 4 pretty quick.
I am
That would be cool.
The power is mine.
Pirate Peak. Skivs. Control, Slanesh corruption, but it takes slaves per turn. I think I can just do this one. For now, at least.
Speak. Speak quickly.
He actually wants to trade. It's just because of our war with the other Dark Elves and then the Skaven. No, it wouldn't be very characteristic of us to ally with Lizardmen. I'm even surprised we start with a non-aggression pact. Maybe it's just to give Morathi a little bit of an easier start, because, well, probably for Mazdamundi too. Because Mazdamundi has a can be a pretty difficult start if you don't do really well in your battles against the minor Sylvanest faction you start at war with. And if the Skaven want to keep retreating, that's fine. Oh, Beastmen. That's so annoying. Okay, how many settlements does the Skaven faction have left? They have 2.
Is it
KISLEV is
time?
going to war with them. We'll take out this rebel army.
Morathi commands you. Fight. I have need of slaves. Enchanting beauty.
And we're going to channel the stance. We'll take this next turn. I have to worry about these guys, though. Once our High Beastmaster is back, we'll probably have him deal with this, actually. What?
I love only KISLEV.
Oh, they're at war with the Skaven faction.
I give.
Hopefully she doesn't declare war right away, because that would be really annoying. Over here, though, we want to put our barracks recruitment line here. Shades. We get bonuses for Shades with Morathi, although they might not be able to recruit them for a while. She'll probably be up here for a little bit. 1,500. Okay, this is cheaper. It's only 750, so I'll do that one for now. In our technology, we've got the extra plus battle casualties and income from ports. Let's do the extra growth.
Tyrant.
Yeah, you need to start paying for yourself somewhere. Just give me an island encounter over here. Ooh, there's a
Rest
potential
for the
army
wicked.
that we could wipe out. Yuki Anointed. Okay, Supplement Spry gives you miss or resist. That'll be useful against KISLEV. And, okay, we get some of these. We unlock this one at rank 8. Okay, so I might want to save some points to get that then. Get those like we talked about. How close are we on this? We're almost halfway to getting the next magic item. Maybe you should look at items right now. Okay, Armor of Darkness gives you armor, but it will give missile block chance and 360-degree missile block. But that'll be excellent when she's on her Dark Pegasus. So we'll put this on our Joki Anointed. Talisman of Preservation.
I am the first sorceress. I am Morathi. Cain wills it.
To you. And I'll probably put the Potion of Toughness on our Juki Anointed as well, because Morathi has regeneration.
Sorceress of Grond.
Okay.
Fear the dark.
Let's see if Mother Osinkia declares war. And Plain of Dogs, I believe, is a capital settlement. KISLEV was already coming over here.
Hail the hack sorceress.
Yeah, High Beastmaster. Flooding! Oh, they are trying to come around the long way. Interesting.
I see.
I watch from the shadows. Revenge awaits.
Occupied. Good, good. Loyal to you.
I don't want to get a rebellion right now when I'm away. If I hold off on collecting income for a turn here, we do this one for the extra control. That should get it pretty close to being under control.
Mother of the
We also are getting raided by the beastmen, which doesn't help. Post-battle chance of stealing a magic item.
I am Morathi.
Can already put on a sorceress.
Your will be done. I am the first sorceress.
Extra melee defense and hit points is awesome. Alright, so we can get Dark Knowledge. These aren't mutually exclusive, right? I think this one we can go down the entire line. Okay. So magic attacks for you, wins a magic reserve for Morathi. Corruption. So here we can choose bound spells between the Lash of Slaanesh or Chillwind. We already have access to Chillwind with our Dark Sorceress. And Lash of Slaanesh can be really good because this does 100% armor piercing where Chillwind does not. Oh no, it does do 100%, but okay. This one's more useful because this is just a straight line where this is a teardrop. Trying to justify my choices. Let's get Blade Wind. That can be a very excellent spell against Skaven. Maybe I should send some of these heroes out to the Black Ark. Like the Sorceress of Fire.
I will continue
Sure.
later. Sorceress of Nagaroth.
The Death Hags. I'll send the one that already has the bonuses for replenished troops.
Another whisper, another time.
Because our Juki Anointed can do that for a little bit.
I watch from the shadows.
I don't feel like I need to recruit more units.
Black-hearted. Such slaughter awaits.
Lost Erickson.
Black-hearted dread.
I don't want to do with you right
A
away.
fine plan.
We can do this Mysterious Island right there next turn. Oh wait, we're still getting a rebellion. Oh, it's because we got rid of some of our units in the army, so we're losing a little bit of points that way. Okay, let's just spend the 10. The slaves to get the 10 control for a couple of turns.
Rookie queen.
I'm gonna keep taxing it then. Yep, they're being chased down by KISLEV, which is awesome, because we can finish them off. And for some reason, they didn't take the settlement. Where did Mother Ostankia's army actually go? Is it still down here? It's coming up this way. And if I could get her in a battle when she's in March stance, that would be great. Early KISLEV is still quite threatening with all the Kossars. But we have all of our rights now. We can use a new one next turn, which would be good for this.
There is growing unrest.
Yeah, let's finish off this
Death
Skaven
to the
now.
Druki.
Or actually, what I should do,
Sorceress of Nagaroth.
I'm gonna have these heroes in the army just for the battle, and then we'll take them out afterwards,
Moving amongst them.
just to give them a little bit more experience.
No, stop! To the vengeful slaughter. New toys. Delightful. Hag sorceress of Grant.
My goddess wills it. Pausing to sacrifice.
Not this time.
Ever onwards. Soon. soon.
Old one mounts. That's pretty good.
I refuse.
Hag sorceress.
And I want
How
to
scheming.
be able to
I
take
am
this settlement
going.
next turn. The nice thing is that they're also taking attrition
For me.
from this Slanesh corruption.
Mother of the deep. The Sunderer. I am Morathi.
Points. 25 leadership. Sure. I definitely will start getting misresist stuff for these characters because fighting against KISLEV, we definitely want that. Alright, so now that we got Lash of Slanesh, we can do Hysterical Frenzy or Word of Pain. Word of Pain is an accuracy and melee attack debuff, whereas this is a big melee attack and 25% damage boost. Is there anything like super defensive that normally has lower melee attack in the Dark Elf roster that we would throw this on? It's like Blackguard, maybe, but they're a while away. I think so. Maybe on a monster? Cavalry? Could be really good on like Cold One Knights. I think we'll go like full Slanesh with this character.
Anarian's bride. Plots to enact.
Have you do this now?
Northmen come. I admire your darkness. Lord of the Black Court.
Fortified Grog or if we move at range. Let's do this one. Yes, that was a good one. That was a good choice. 25% physical resist for 10 turns.
Murderous Lord. Tyrant of
I'd
Nazareth.
say if I have enough units to actually like raid Swamp Town or something, that would be cool. Let's get this one that's going to give us Black Art Growth right away.
What?
Get some handbows just so we have some ranged.
Dreadlord.
Little versatility in the army never hurts.
Hag of Cain.
And we want to spend our slaves for any growth or anything. Just the cost to repay this, almost 800, yeah. Fortunately, it's still very expensive. But as soon as we take out this... Oh, come on! Okay, well that changes plans. That makes me actually want to go to war with Mother Estankia. She's in March stance. She's taken 2 turns of attrition. This army is busy dealing with the Skaven. I don't think they have any more armies on the right side near Arnheim. At least not that I can see.
I should cut you down for wasting my...
No peace. Just in case when I declare war, if that Skaven army manages to survive.
I must endure.
Death Hag.
Alright, I could
I watch from the shadows.
bring these heroes back for one battle.
The mother.
I think that actually might be a smart idea.
Spellcaster.
Let's go right to the edge.
With bitter ambition.
Bride of madness.
All is possible. Let all tremble. Naturally, hatred drives me.
I have just the poultice. I can feel their power.
I should check items.
Yes, hag sorceress
Beforehand.
of wrong. I am the first.
And what
sorceress.
right do we want to do? Kane will give us Dark Conduit, which can be a really, really good ability, especially... Oh yeah, I think this is just probably the best one. Because I don't really... It doesn't give us extra experience. Oh, I guess it does give us extra experience, but I don't really care about that right now. I do need to remember that I don't have a lot of ones of magic.
Who calls?
First sorceress.
I love only KISLEV. I love...
Oh, let's do this first, though. Huh.
Unforgiving.
Luckily, she doesn't really have any missile units. Only the starting Kossars.
Mother of the Druki.
And we get the settlement garrison to help out. Okay, she does have some hexes and stuff. So Ember Dread gives her flaming attack, flaming resistance, and 20% more damage. What does she put on us, though? A leadership and speed debuff on that guy. Oh, this thing is so annoying. So Agony's Succession. So they'll just start taking damage. And they'll spread it to other units. So I need to remember to put this guy in a different position. Away from the rest of our units. Okay, what about you? Typhlosis, so speed is really the only thing. And reduced melee stats. Fragmenty. Okay, this is the really bad one. This curse can be, or hex, whatever you want to call it, is so devastating if you put it on a character. Because that means your character will just go down to 25% health throughout the battle. And unless you have like healing, it really is a nuisance. Let's look at our map though. Okay. Shouldn't be too bad if we can like funnel them over here. That's a good position to put ourselves in. Oh, Mother of Stankia, you presented too juicy of a target, so we'll try to take them out. We Vanguard deployed our King Assassin, and our Master, who is on a cold one now, so he does have some mobility, even more armor. Keeps that anti-large, which might come in handy for this battle. They have a lot of melee infantry with the KISLEVite warriors. These guys, despite not having great stats and very low armor, they can actually hold up for a long time. They have 120 models, which is a lot for a human unit. And of course, they have By Our Blood for Kislev passive, which makes them unbreakable when they're about to break the first time. But we sent in the Kane Assassin, trying to get some shots off on Mother Ostankia with his crossbow. But he gets swarmed by the cave bats. Our Master also getting attacked as he tried to go in after Kossars, but the anti-large halberd is coming over top of us. But we're going to drop Dark Conduit in a little bit, I think. Oh no, Mother Ostankia threw a heal onto those Kossars. But the Incarnate Elemental of Beast can do pretty good damage, so we do not want to sit there and let it go after us. But yeah, there is Dark Conduit right there. Just obliterates the units around them. Like, literally, they just, like, evaporated. They got vaporized. Morathi coming over to help now. We have our Dark Sorceress, who is on the steed. Just trying to buy us some time to get our characters out of there. The Kane Assassin and the Master will take pretty good damage from this beast, so we don't want to fight it in prolonged combat. We have deployed the rest of our horse up around this little rock outlet, and because they put some really nasty curses on us, we are trying to do our best to minimize what they can actually do to us. So Fragmenty, this actually causes just damage over time until our unit reaches 25% HP. This is a really, really nasty hex, especially if they put it on a character, which we got lucky they didn't. The other Master over here, he has Agony's Succession, so he's taking damage every 2 minutes. But it can spread to other units too, which is why we kept him away from the rest of our units. We have managed to escape for the most part now, but yeah, Master a little over half health. Kane Assassin a little bit below health. But they're slowly creeping over towards us. We have the shades split up on our left side. We're going to go after these things in the woods as soon as they get close enough. Because we do not want to have to fight these guys in melee. We do not really have the anti-large to hold them back. And they have a really nice bonus versus infantry and high weapon damage, so they can do pretty good damage to anything they hit, especially with like our shades who have lower armor. So we are just trying to take them out as soon as we can. Other masters are going to come over and help. The settlement garrison will be here in about a minute. But cave bats are down. We have our death hag and our Juki anointed ready to engage some stuff over here. Yeah, the incarnate elemental beast. We want to kill this thing immediately because it is causing damage to us just by being near. It doesn't even have to be in melee to get that to trigger. So we throw down a null-cost Mystify Miasma just for the debuff on speed to hopefully hold it in place for the Dark Shards to do their work, but looks like we might be getting a teeny bit of friendly fire on the Master too. These in the woods though went down very quickly to that focus fire from the Shades. Incarnate Elemental Beast, really cool attack animation right there, but now it just goes down to all that focus fire from our armor-piercing crossbows, which is nice. Morathi's still on foot, so she will do okay against all these KISLEV warriors. They don't get their bonus as large. She has 46 melee defense, but only 35 armor, and there's another Dark Conduit, which just vaporizes that unit once again. Our front line, though, cannot hold up to the mass amounts of KISLEV infantry, but there's a Bladewood coming down from our Lord Dark Sorceress, which just shreds low armor infantry. Really, really useful against Skaven, but apparently great against KISLEV as well. But giant spiders creeping in the back, coming after some of my Dark Shards. We have the Witch Elves trying to intercept them. Yuki anointed. Just trying to find a worthy target now. Morathi's almost out with us KISLEV warriors. KISLEV warriors over here, though, have managed to draw some of our shades into melee, which that's a battle we'll win, but we don't want to keep them occupying our missiles. So it's just kind of a ranged war right now as we target the enemy Kossars. They don't have a lot of range firepower in this army. No executed ambushers, but Juki anointed. Trying to get a big attack on Mother Ostankya. I think just barely misses. Didn't quite get through her defensive stats. But Chillwind's still coming down. Trying to do our best to keep our units alive, because they were getting very, very wrecked by the KISLEV warriors due to their lack of armor. But the further hex coming from the cauldron of the... whatever these things are called. Hags. That's what I'm trying to think. Hag witches. I wasn't thinking Hag Sorceress, because that's actually a nickname, well, a title that Morathi has, is the Hag Sorceress of Har... or Gron, actually. Not Harganeth. Oh, she's doing pretty good. 40 kills. Demonettes in the back survived with 34 people, but we finally broke the giant spiders. This unit of spearmen, just from that Fragmentee curse, have just absolutely been decimated. They still have 81 models, though, which is nice. Master fighting anti-large halberds now. Not a great look for him. And a heal coming down from Mother Ostankya on top of these giant spiders, getting them some bigger from a little bit as well. Now we've started to target Mother Ostankya. Their range firepower is basically dead, so if we can take out her, that'll put us in a really good position. But Cauldron chart right there from the Hag Witch. These executed ambushers not to go down though. Mother Ostankya, 700 HP. Fire Blood is going off, so she will actually fight to the death if she doesn't wisen up and actually leave before she gets shot to death. But I think we've broken the leadership of everything else in the army. So Fire Blood comes up for the last few units. Hag Witch still 3/4 health. But yeah, Morathi doing some work now as the Dark Shards unload on these Kossars. Try to use our quick units to try to wipe out much of the stuff as they run away. And the Hag Witch, she down to 1,000 HP. Last of Slanesh coming from the Juki anointed. And we may kill her just with missiles. Alright, so we won the battle. Morathi will continue to heal up with regen, and we'll let our units finish off the rest of the KISLEV units. Man, I forgot how much of an absolute nightmare it can be to fight this KISLEV faction. She's so annoying. Got pretty low with a bunch of characters in that. The hexes didn't help. So we definitely want that heal. It should give us a good chunk of
I am
experience,
the
though.
first sorceress.
Okay, we know they're besieging that. I'm just going to
Cain
channel.
wills it.
Negative 105? How does that work? Is it going to say we're going to get a rebellion? Doesn't say we're getting a rebellion, so I don't know what's going on. But let's start building up Titan's Peak.
Do not vex us further.
Black Arc.
Black-hearted dreadlord.
Let's get some Dread Spears. They're just cheaper and they're good frontline holders.
By the comet.
You are most despicable
Okay, there
of your
were-
kind, elf.
Skeggy. Once they're a little bit further away, I can probably sack one of these ports.
There is growing unrest.
I am Morathi.
We've got level 12, so we decided to go on this side. So we get the bonuses for battle. So casualties captured post for all armies and income from post-battle loot. Minus 30% upkeep for our army, reduced attrition. Diplomatic relations with Norska, Beastmen. Increased Slanesh corruption, magic item drop chance. And the casualty replenishment and ward save for the army is very, very good. And now let's start going down spells so I can actually... Oh, yeah, we should with her. Because even though we have other spellcasters, Morathi is an amazing spellcaster. So we'll actually lean into that. Masters. Ooh, we can get their name of power. Okay, Worm Scale. Armor, speed, melee defense, so nothing special. Drake Cleaver. This gives you a much bigger bonus versus large. We already have decent bonus versus large. We'll take this one. That's not, these are kind of poor gifts. You can get some really nice ones that give you like poison attacks or something. Hopefully we get this one. Nope, we get the exact same two. Okay. That's disappointing. Okay, anointed. Okay. Slicing Shards is an incredibly powerful spell. Do I value that over Soul Stealer, which is a big heal? Man, this is a hard choice. I think you actually take the heal. Although I do have you have the Potion of Toughness right now. I think we'll take Soul Stealer. We have enough magic with the other guys. This will increase our number of uses for all of our bounce wills by 1, which I need to remember to use these more often. Sorceress. Blade Wind. Make that really cheap. Seeker. Fire Mage. Oh, I completely forgot to send these guys south, huh?
The wind stir. A brief pause.
I should send one of these masters as well.
Malicious deeds await. Not now.
That'll make the black art much, much stronger. Okay, they have the same traits. We'll send you south.
Skaven twitch.
Happy thing too is that agents don't heal on the campaign map. We have a bunch of extra resources. I could finish this right away. It'd cost $13.50 though. That's not worth that. Our growth will run out after this turn, so we can hit that one again. So we can get to tier 4 pretty quick.
Tyrant decides.
Need 3 more turns to get another growth.
Tyrant
Yeah. Okay, we'll leave that as is, I think. Where all of our other stuff is.
Sister of the Dark Convent.
Do I want to recruit with Morathi a little bit? probably our Winds of Magic is we're winning without our Winds of Magic. Plus we have the Forbidden Rod and Power of Darkness, so those are both really good ways to deal with that. Okay, they actually come and attack us again. What curses did they use this time? So reduce speed, weapon strength, and you get reduced melee attack and rampage for our dark shards. Minus 24 leadership, reduced physical resist, and reduced armor piercing. These both the same. No, not quite. So reduced armor, physical resist, weapon strength, and you lose melee bonuses when you're below 50% HP. I think we can definitely do this. We still have the power conduit, or whatever it's called, like dark conduit, to deal with a lot of this infantry. That is a much tougher army though because of all these ambushers. Morathi is flying now. Let's put that on her. Hopefully we get a decent map. These guys all have woodsmen though. I think we can do it, but it's going to be incredibly painful. We have got a very tough battle on our hands. After taking out Mother Ostankia's army, the army that was besieging the settlement of the Skaven decided to abandon that pursuit and come after us because we were a more enticing target. They have a fair amount of dangerous units, lots of Exkina ambushers and Koslars, and several units of KISLEV warriors, along with the Druzhina leading the army. He does have his anti-large missiles with his bow, who's trying to get some shots off on Morathi. Because of her item, though, she does have missile block chance and 360-degree chance, actually, along with a big ward save from her item, so she's pretty good at tanking damage. And she's anti-large, so she gets big charge there on the Druzhina on his horse. And we'll try to take him out before he can do too much damage to us. For the rest of our army, we are very, very low. We have our Sorceress of the Lower Dark, starting with barely 500 HP. And she is really going to be a key to winning this, just with Chillwind, because we do not have access to really good spells with Morathi yet. And our Masters ready to hold out. There are some hexes on our army. Nothing too nasty so far. None of the previous ones that cause damage. It's mostly just getting rid of some of our melee stats. But the one that is going to be annoying is on our Juki Anointed. So it is called... where can I find it? Whiff of Madness. So once we're in melee, we are going to be Rampage and lose a huge chunk of our melee defense. I think this Rampage actually doesn't have an end timer. So it can basically go almost forever, so that could be a real problem because we're going to rely on this character a lot on their bounce spells, hopefully. But Morathi gets another good charge there. The Druzhina down below 1000 HP finally, but Morathi has taken some damage in return, but luckily she is regenerating a lot of this. On the far side though, Exkina ambushers going on the right flank, trying to get to a spot where they can envelop us with their superior numbers. But our other master comes in, finish the job Morathi started. This guy does still wield an anti-large halberd, and is enough to take out the Druzhina right there, but we have... That's probably the least of our concerns, though. There are... Other Master used the Witch Brew, actually, to get that big bonus to damage. But it does cause Rampage, so we'll just go after what target he can get. Yes, this is the really bad point for our Druki Anointed. I should have kept him closer to other units so we could help out. Because he's just going to fight against all of these armor-piercing halberds, unfortunately. And with their low... melee tech, they're still going to be able to get through his defense because of that with Madness melee defense drop. But they're starting to get close enough to get in range of a lot of our missile units. Our front line is very heavily damaged. Dread Spears, both a little bit above 2/3 HP, but our Witch Elves and Demonettes are very, very low. Shades, still relatively healthy, but Chillwind going down, trying to weaken the melee. I'm actually more worried about the melee than I am the Exkina ambushers, which is kind of nuts. Because as long as we can keep them from shooting, they're not a big deal. K-Knight Assassin over here, though, trying to shut down these Kossars, but Kislev Warriors come to reinforce. He does have basically unbreakable leadership because of the extra 25 from the skill of Bound by Contracts. That may work out in our favor, that may not. We'll see in the end. Juki Anointed, taking pretty decent damage, unfortunately. That that Rampage is just annoying because we can't use any of our spells while that's up. But yeah, we're just trying to target the things that are coming straight for our melee line, try to keep our stuff healthy. Luckily, our Dark Shards do have shields, so they're going to be blocking a bunch of these enemy crossbows coming from the Executing Ambushers. It's really key that we actually have that variant with those, but we're hiding the Sorceress in the midst right now so she doesn't take any of that arrow fire. Shade's still trying to just get some volleys off of the Executing Ambushers. Morathi keeping them busy, but Kislev Warriors did evade my sight for a little bit, so they're going to come after my Shades, unfortunately. But Master on this side, he about had it. He got down to 31 HP. He was fighting those halberds. Over here, Juki Anointed, though, kind of eating through these Kislev Warriors, actually. 66 kills so far. Death Hag on this side, holding out that Murder's Prowess, giving them extra leadership, so they'll keep fighting for a good while. But all the enemy range is proving to be very deadly to us. The Kislev Warriors, man, they're still putting up a good fight. We do have a Blade Wind coming down on top of the... No, not Blade Wind, what's it called? I can never remember. Oh, Blade Wind, no, I was right. On top of those Kislev Warriors. We have Dark Conduit as well that we've used a couple of times to try to vaporize some melee, but our units are getting very low. These Shades down to 26 models. Dark Shards surprisingly holding up very well because of those shields. Yeah, the K-Knight Assassin, not in melee anymore. We're just trying to break these units a little bit at a time. Witch Elves and Demonettes. Now getting on some good targets. This is really what we want to see them do with their extra speed, be able to catch these infantry. Demonettes, though, fighting Kislev Warriors. We're just holding the line because of that Buyer Blood passive, which is just absolutely nasty because they're able to do some pretty good damage to Demonettes. We are winning the battle, but just very slight margin. Morathi doing okay, though. She is mounted on Sulafet now, so those halberds are going to be eating through her defenses if we're not careful. But we have been pulling through, actually, in this battle, which has been very surprising that it's gone this well so far. Finally, our Juki Anointed gets a spot where he's not Rampage, so decides to throw it on that Soul Stealer and get a little bit of a heal. Damage on these Executing Ambushers. We finally drove away the Kislev Warriors, but they're coming back for round 2. Witch Elves, though, doing awesome. Catching all these Executing Ambushers trying to run away, but it is a... We are on the knife's edge whether we are going to win this or not, because our units are so low. Our K-Knight Assassin gets surrounded again, down to 227 HP. Oh, it's not looking good for him. Dark Conduit does go down, which causes a big explosion around him, but it does lower his vigor, and he's taking some damage pretty quickly. So we are just trying to pull this through by the skin of our teeth. Shade trying to load on these healthiest Kislev Warriors, trying to get them down low enough where we can just break the leadership of everything else. Demonettes pulled through. That Gleaming Pendant absolutely won that for us, because they definitely would have crumbled by now. So they got 13 models alive with 483 HP. They'll be chasing off these units. Last few Kislev Warriors still fighting some of our Dark Shards. Fireblood is active. Juki Anointed, though, able to finally get some spells. We do throw down the Push of Toughness to get that melee defense bonus and the heal. But we are just trying our darndest to wipe out the things that are just remaining around the map. These guys don't have a lot of balance of power, but they just have a lot of health left, so we just need to actually break them. And there we go, actually. We get the leadership drop. These units will continue to fight with Fire Blood, but yeah, we lost our we lost Arcana Assassin, it looks like. We're going to pull through, just continue to heal with regen as much as we can. Because we need every little bit of health we can. We'll just finish off these units as soon as they are off the battlefield. Well, was incredibly close. Unfortunately, that extra 25 leadership probably killed Arcana Assassin. Because he fought to the death, and we didn't necessarily want that. But we wiped out, what, 95% of the army? We definitely are going to take that heal. We'll heal a little bit over the end turn. So it's interesting that KISLEV army decided to abandon taking the Skaven settlement, I think. Because this must be their army right here where all the smoke is coming up. They must be in like encampment stance. I guess the Blackheart could go back up north and start raiding the KISLEV coast.
Speak quickly.
Oh my goodness. I thought I'd have a little bit more time. Oh, that's so annoying. Is that going to cause a rebellion too? Yep.
Relations may be strained with your son, the Witch King.
Well, we got our quest battle. It's been a really long time since I've done Morathi's campaign, so I don't remember what that quest battle is actually like.
I am Morathi.
I do want to deal with the Skaven right away. Unfortunately, I can't put a lord there. So I think we just get our High Beastmaster. Right here, and he'll start going south. If I can hit the right button.
High Beastmaster.
The two heroes that we're going to go for the Black Ark will join him first.
Relics come forth.
Take some. These are Slanesh, so we probably want. What does the garrison have? The garrison has some stuff. Let's just take a mix.
Fangs and talons.
This is Morathi. Let's do life leeching because the extra reserves will be really, really nice. Master. Stimulate growth. Druki anointed. Okay, this is only a number of uses for common and uncommon, so it's only for these two. Okay. So we still only get one Soul Stealer. He's on the demonic steed now, so, or she, whatever. So 100 armor now. Melee stats are already pretty good. Let's just get more armor. Our sorceress of the Lord Dark. I would like to get Soul Stealer for her as well. That's just a really nice heal. Death Hag. Yes, I should put points into replenish troops for you, because eventually the Druki Anointed were not spending points there on purpose.
I am the first sorceress. Naturally, plots to enact.
We'll besiege this. Kind of decide where we want to go for the rest of the episode.
The vengeful sword.
This gave in the last settlement. We got a bunch of magic items too. So the Wand of Peridon. Doesn't give us a whole lot yet, simply because we don't have access to these spells yet, but Bound Doombolt is very, very good. The Chalice of Malfleur is great because it makes a caster immortal.
Baying for blood. Nature's torment. I've skills to show.
Maybe put it on
As you
our
say,
Lord Deathcaster.
Destroy them all.
Really liking her, actually. The Forbidden Rod is, yeah, that has been very good. Let's go for a blue item. Book of Asher is always a good spell. I can't unequip this. Yeah, I can't unequip this the turn I do it. So I guess we'll just give you
Wield the wild.
the Book of Asher for now. Aventurian Dagger is pretty good melee attack, poison, weapon strength, dark venom.
Beast commander.
Don't hold back. A terror to their enemies.
The Talisman of Preservation on that Druki Anointed really helped, because he was rampage pretty much that entire battle.
You may touch me only.
Feel my whip.
Lord of the
Black Arcs, I think both of the new colonies, the New World colonies, are going up here towards Skeggy. So yeah, let's actually sack one of these.
Lord of the Black Court.
No garrison, but Port Reaver should be a little bit easier. I guess they're going to be about the same. We'll do this one because it actually has the ability to recruit some things.
I smell a trap.
Okay, how much will you pay me to go to war with them? They'll pay me 756.
To be honest, I'd rather be raiding, but you have my
They do
time.
pay me. Okay, that's way more.
Dread Lord of Nagaroth.
This is a battle we'll probably want to fight manually, but we will do that at the start of episode 3. We lost our Cannon Assassin, but we'll make up for it. We'll recruit a new one as soon as we're able. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I will see you then. Have a great night.